Mazda's MX5 has always been a great way to get some wind in your hair, but it's also a thoroughly accomplished sports car. So why just limit it to relaxing cruises when you can stick it up against a stopwatch?
That's what the MX5 Media Challenge is all about. Riders from around Australia were unleashed in identical MX5s over 4 different events. A skid pan, gymkhana, hill climb, and the most challenging of the day, a 6-kilometre rally stage. It's all about testing our driving skills and pushing the car to the limits against the stopwatch. There is one catch. As well as us Aussies, there's also a contingent of Russians out to show off their soft-top driving skills in somewhat unfamiliar territory. Points are awarded depending on how you fare against the other 21 competitors. So it's not only about setting a quick time, but also beating your colleagues, which on a tight, twisty skid pan isn't always easy. Just a few tenths of a second is enough to drop you down a few places and lose valuable points. It was the same with the gymkhana, where being accurate is just as important as being brisk. On the hill climb, things get more interesting, and it's a chance to really test the MX5's abilities. The rear drive sports car is the perfect companion around a tight, challenging course. It also doesn't shy away from some punishment. But it's the rally stage where things get really interesting. Trees, dips, jumps, ditches, and even a river. It's all there ready to catch you out if you put the slightest wheel wrong. After a quick check of the course, the countdown begins. Concentration is key here, not to mention keeping the car flowing and fast. The MX5 is such a pure little sports car, and even though it's out of its comfort zone on bumpy, dusty country roads, it still feels fantastic. Light and responsive to driver inputs. Driving the rear wheels, it's easy to induce a power slide, and just as easy to have the tail flick wide if you push a little too hard, but always loads of fun. Over the finish line, and I'm generally happy with my run. There were mistakes, but it felt pretty quick. The total time was 4 minutes and 10 seconds, relegating me to second place by just 2 seconds. By the time the points are tallied for the other disciplines, it wasn't quite enough for a win. But hey, I'm still on the podium. As for the Russians, well, it seems they're more at home on snow and ice.